My name is Rhapsody, and welcome back to Slay the Spire 2. Defect. With a leafy poultice? I mean, considering you've only got 4 strikes and 4 defense in defect, right? And then 1 zap and dual cast, both of those related to the orb sub-theme. So if you transform a strike and a defend, and both of them end up, like, benefiting or even being tangentially related to the orb build, you have such a huge push. Yep, that'll do it. This one gives me the energy to be able to play this one, which creates a bunch of orbs. Aww. Aw, Huey. What's up? It's literally between me and the microphone at the moment. I have one of those chairs that it's got like a little, it's like a chair with a little bench in front of it so that you can like sit cross-legged on it. But I've just swung that around to the side like a sidecar. And now he has learned that he can jump up on that, and then from that can lean on my lap. And he will be occupying one of my hands all of this time, so I'm not going to be casting using hotkeys, I guess. Unless this guy wants to go down for any reason, but nope. Oh, he's getting comfy. Okay. What was I talking about? One presumes it was a video game. We've got the ice lance here. That's going to be useful. Although, admittedly, I'm not going to have it in the same hand as super critical a bunch of the time. Unless I can retain cards, pull cards back from the discard pile, or draw a bunch of cards. It's our most reliable pathing here. There's 3 different 3 upgrade lines, and I would love to see a 3 upgrade. Because then I could hit Ice Lance for 5 damage. Probably actually not super interested in that. I'd hit Zap and Dual Cast and probably one of the cards that I pick up along the way. Especially if the card gets additional card draw. I'm not very keen on taking out an elite before a rest. Maybe if there's a shot beforehand, I'd be able to buy the potions that I might need to just trivialize the fight. Vantum means we're not on underdocks. Which means I'm looking at the Frog Parasite, the Forgotten Monument, and Bedonis as my enemies this floor. We perform really well against Bedonis just by having Ice Lance. We're really bad against Frog Parasite, of course. I mean, this path also ends up with another elite, right? It's at least 1 more elite, depending on the pathing that I take at the end. Whereas this path has an elite and then 3 upgrades. No, I should definitely take the one that actually gives me a little bit of time to warm up into the run. Although, this is already going to be a tier 2 enemy. Okay. I only actually really need to push aggression here, because the next roll is going to have a lot of defense. Although maybe it would have been better to get the Ice Lance out. Barrage will deal pretty decent damage here for us, considering we're capable of filling all of the orb slots at the same time. And want to do so as quickly as we can each combat. No need to play super critical just to hit a strike. Good damage barrage. Tesla coil, lightning rod boost away. I feel like lightning rod's still good. Like, it evokes a frost orb and generates a light. Like, yeah. That'll be really useful. It's not always going to be the most mana efficient thing we can do, though. Maybe I should have gone with the full defense that turn. Compile driver, another lightning rod, probably beyond that. Compile driver, considering we have super critical, I do care about additional draw, but it feels like a lot of the time I'm just going to have either, you know, 1 lightning, 1 frost, or 2 frost. Or 3 frost, rather. I think I'll still take it, because if I find plasma, I would happily sprinkle that into this build. Oh, yes! Slither my ice lords. Hell yeah. Oh, that's powerful. We could theoretically draw and feel free to play it now. I mean, we didn't and couldn't, but we could have. 1 mana. How truly ridiculous. Charge battery, focus strike, and ball lightning. I'm more than happy to take a copy of focus strike in this deck. Something that I can just bop an enemy with that's also going to benefit from, you know, this stupid amount of orbs we'll have. Sounds good to me. Hang on, is there a... I'm trying to figure out the logistics of turning my camera on so that I can show you the dog at the moment. Maybe it's easier if I take a photo and then I send it to myself on the computer and then I show that in OBS. See, that's a plan. All right, photo taken. Perfect. Alrighty. Now, to download that file and put it up on the screen. You weren't hoping for me to play the Slay the Spire, were you? Just, I hope it's not top of your concern list at this point in time. I mean, there's a fight happening in the back. There's Adonis. We can think about what I would do in that turn. Now, download this image. Okie dokie. We're getting very close to the image being on screen. Ooh, moments away. And then I'll continue to play a video game. It's just, I feel like I'm talking about dog too much to not show an image of dog. I've got to pay the tax, you know? We're all familiar with the dog tax. You mention a dog enough times, and then you have to show people. Did I not download that image? Oh, it's a JFIF file. What the hell's a JFIF file? The world is a many weary and wonderful thing. Oh my god. Okay. Can I get a window capture to take a photo of it? We'll get there. I'll get there. I cannot be stopped. Okay. Uh-huh. Right, and then uh-huh. We're almost at the end of this trip. We're almost there. If you can hear any snoring in the background, that is Huey, who is now fallen asleep. I can't put it as the enemy, obviously. Don't cover the orbs with it though, Raps. Have fun, but don't ruin the visibility of critical information. There we go. All right, we're playing as Huey for this fight. So cute. I've legitimately had the feeling in this last couple of weeks, like, is this how people feel about babies? Because if it is, kind of get it. Smokestack, lightning rod, charge battery. I am really letting my defense get away from me. Outside of Ice Lance, like, it's Lightning Rod, which is worse than a defend in terms of defense. Give me a charge battery, especially because sometimes I will have a high-cost deck, and I do want to add additional draw to this deck, which that'll just benefit a bunch from. Let's confirm this out to be 0 cost, and dual cost also to be 0 cost. Did we slide through Badonis with only like 2 damage taken? What was up? 10. But we got a relic that also gave us 10, right? I was like, that number's not different than how it was. Yes, but not how you thought. Oh, we're still playing as Yui, are we? Okay. Bit done. You have seen dog. In fact, it's an outdated photo now, because now dog's snoring. Eyes closed. Yeah, Compile Driver drawing 2 cards is going to be fine for us. Most of the time. Scam, thank you so much. Legitimately, what did this deck need? More draw. It's actually where Mount Doom is. I'm gonna hit him with a hit him with another draw. Now we've got super critical in hand, giving us the ability to just not stopping, despite the fact that it basically lets us play one more strike. But the fight will be short enough that that's probably a good idea here. Wahoo! I'd love to get Helix Drill on the other end of this boss fight. Not the most powerful thing that we could get. In fact, I'm kind of choosing against the most powerful thing. So my priority upgrade is definitely Skim first. I want to take another Barrage because it's really good against Phantom for us. I have so many orbs a lot of the time. It feels just like a solid damage card I can take. I don't need Deck Spot for my defense as much as Focus Potion does the same thing for us, kind of. And the Flex Spot certainly does a lot of work for us. Ooh! Yeah, I mean, 2 more damage on Barrage is huge. 6 more damage each time I cast it. Usually. I mean, not the best order to get both of the barrages before I get any of my additional orbs out, but that's okay. It'll happen. Oh, I should have done the Focus Strike first. Oops. Because it gives me back the energy courtesy of our Nonchku to then play Ice Lance. Do I need anything else additional played this turn? Next turn's probably not going to be that good for us, actually. Yeah, I'll assess then. Oh, never mind. Basically exactly what we needed for this turn to still be useful was draw. Barrage and strike. Super critical double defend. Go! Beautiful. We might get out of this without having to use either of our potions. It definitely looks like we're about to get out of this without having to use either of our potions. Not like we managed to not have to spend them. Like, legitimately, they would not have changed the outcome in any way. Festive Popper for a little bit of AoE for free. I do think Flex Pod is probably less relevant than Potion of Capacity, and Potion of Capacity and Focus work together. Glacier. Consistent, repeatable, just defense. I'd really love to see something that cares about my Frost Orbs. I know Blizzard isn't in this game anymore. It was a 1-mana AoE attack in the first game. Dealt 2 damage to all enemies for each Frost Orb you channeled this fight. Sorry, what did I just do? I was talking about Glacier, so I decided to upgrade Glacier. I'm just gonna very quickly click the correct card. There you go. I even said it earlier, by the by. Knights. I do feel like I'm probably not going to need either of these potions here. Like, these potions at the top of the next floor, they help me take an elite fight that I otherwise couldn't afford to. Like, they have a lot of value. I don't want to throw them away. These are very powerful with what we're doing. Of course, that said, if I need to, I will. So I play the Frost there before the compile driver, despite the fact that I'll draw one less card, but it will mean that the new draw cycle still has my best card in it. Also, it means these 2 strikes are now in the discard. Yeah, that's fine. I can take 8 here. I'm like so far away from threat. He's like, at this rate, 9, maybe 12 turns from killing me. Beautiful. Okay, perhaps I could have chosen a different order for these actions. It's fine though, never punished. Easy. Full defense even. Yeah, I feel like this is full vindication that there was no reason for me to either spend either of those, rather. I'm also going to try and get away without triggering Nunchaku. This is going to make our fight against the thieving hopper at the top of the next floor very easy. Got him. I mean, you take the defragment, right? Permanent focus in the build that's cycling this many orbs, summoning this many orbs, doing it as quickly as it is. Consuming Shadow would be pretty good, actually, just because it evokes another orb each turn, but I feel like that's going to leave us shortchanged on Barrage more often than anything else. Don't Tez Ember me. Oh, it doesn't Tez Ember me. Beautiful. Big hug. It actually big hugs me. That's about as good as it gets. I know we cycle the deck multiple times each boss fight, so I'm not super thrilled about adding Soot to the deck, but I will say adding statuses to your draw pile is very much a thing the defect is ready to do and ready to deal with. That additional energy on turn 1 could also be pretty good for us if we just draw a hand of draw cards. Helps us dig deep into the deck, have a big turn 1. Damn, I feel like there's a good argument for pretty much all of these. Let's look at our pathing. I mean, I would love to take the 3 upgrade to elite line early shop. 2 question mark leading in. I'm ready to hard commit to that. Especially because one of these is going to be possibly Desi, right? But, like, we go into Desi with Festive Popper, with Ice Lance, and Defragment for consistent block. We do need to do a little bit more the presentation for Desi, specifically, or preparation, rather, is what I was looking for there. Why doesn't electromagnetism exist in this game? It'd be so good. 1 copy of, what's it called? The Frost AoE. The 1 mana Frost AoE. It does damage to all of your enemies, and you only have to play a single Frost or have a Frost in play for it to activate. Where are you? Yeah, for real? Is it not? That card didn't get removed from the game, right? It's a power. Am I I am blind. Oh, I was looking for the old guy. I was looking for the beta art. The happy little defect man. Well, not man, the happy little defect. So, that is very much a guy situation of me just using man as an insert for thing. Well, big hug. Did we settle what I do about this? I do feel like the deck gets a lot better with 4 less cards. Hollow Thieving Hopper. I see, you've chosen to take my glacier from me. And now you've died for it. Chaos, leap boost away. If it was upgraded, I'd take Chaos now, but I don't think without the upgrade. The deck is so dense with power without that. Set Skim first. Worst case scenario. There we go, drop that on the field. I take 2 damage this turn, generate a lightning orb. And all's well. Turbo, Hotfix, and Beam Cell. I do think a Source of Vulnerability would really serve this deck. I almost want to take a Beam Cell and upgrade it. I want to do it so much that I think I will. Or is it Hotfix? It's Hotfix. That's the 0 cost that I can draw into and use a lot. Ideally, both of them. Managing to get rid of both Toxics and take no damage on that turn. Feeling pretty pleased. Fix Focus Strike into Compile Driver draws 2. Beautiful. Told you if Chaos was upgraded, I'd take it. Can't have Defragment or Lightning Rod or Barrage. There's only that many cards in the deck. You can have Charge Battery. I should have let you take Lightning Rod when you asked for it. I clicked a couple too many times. Oh, really? I mean, that would be my first removal at a shop, wouldn't it? Is Enlightenment good in this deck? I don't think it is. It can only hit Glacier and sometimes Ice Lance, but then Ice Lance re-rolls its cost when I redraw it. So yeah, let's remove 2 cards from this deck. Get out of here, both of the defense. Then I go to here and upgrade a Defragment. Straight up is our first removal. I gotta say, there's some value in that Uproar right now as well. What would I even remove? Like, our worst Barrage? It is definitely our worst card now. And I do think the deck is only getting better the more cards I remove. So yeah, get out of here, Barrage. I guess I don't have time for you. I thought I did. White Star. Whenever you defeat an elite, gain a relic. I would love Hotfix to be consistent. Okay. This fight, I'll use my Focus Potion. Beautiful so far. 18 this time. I can't kill you this turn, but I do think dual cast actually saves me. Like, I get, instead of 8, I get 22, so I get 14 more block as a result of it, but you only get 9 more damage. Yeah, so this way I take literally no damage this turn. Ice Lance still in the draw pile. Hotfix, Glacier, Cool Hair, Compiled, Withdraw. We're still full defended here. I'll drop us out. Also, the enemy's Tainted just got higher, so I really need to end the fight quickly now. But it also definitely looks like we're about to end the fight quickly now. Easy. Bag of marbles at the start of combat apply 1 vulnerable to all enemies. A deck spot. Is upgraded leap worth it? Sometimes you just need 1 card that says block X. You need to go out, buddy? As I was saying, sometimes you just need a card that says block X, and sometimes X is 12. Ah, he's scratching on the other side of the door now. You're very adorable, but very, very dim. Leap. Sweeping beam? I'm thinking no. Shatter. Deal 7 damage to all enemies and evoke all of your orbs twice. That's actually a lot more defense than I need consistently. I almost feel like I should just go rainbow. Yeah, this is exactly the deck that rainbow goes in. And I don't feel like any of those need to go in the same deck then. Let's get rainbow replayable. I'd like this to be Mr. Struggles, but there's a world where I could take Bing Bong. Struggles. Because the deck is so thin that then after taking Bing Bong, you would only take busted cards. And then that busted card is represented twice in a super thin deck. Defragment. Drop a Chaos. Then Rainbow. Then Glacier on him. Leaving a Dark Orb at the front line. Yep. Focus Strike compiled. Oh no! I did play Lightning Rod. No, of course. Oh wow! I was ready to double cast the thing this turn. Oh well. It's fine. I'll just have to find some other way to win. Oh, and GG. Tiny mailbox. Whenever you rest, call 2 random potions. I don't really have that many cards that refer to block. I just got orbs. So, deck spot's less useful than Cure All for us. Storm Barrage Gunk Up. No. Genetic Algorithm. Super critical in Creative AI. Is this a Creative AI deck? Like, the base deck is really good, but if I just ever get a Creative AI out, all I have to do is play 1 each turn. 1 power. I'm not really a powers deck, but like, you know, Genetic Algorithm's good, and I would have enough time to make it really good. Alright. Creative AI, I think I was agreeing with myself on maybe taking. Gives us some really good mid-fight scaling. Upgrading it makes it actually really playable for us as well. The other world, I guess, is take a 2nd super critical, but I don't feel like it does that much. I feel like I'm going to end a lot of turns with a lot of energy left over when I have that. No need for any of those. Not even the Storm. I will rest here, though. Ah, damn. Lucky Tonic's a big hit. I'll take that. Because the 3rd hit from this guy is the 31 damage, especially because I have no weaken, so it would be a nice way to help support our defense that turn. I do think I shall go Potion of... I do think I shall go Potion of Capacity this fight. Oh, yes, rather. One of them, and then one of them. Look at all that block. for free. Easy. We focus until we're fully defended. Oh, that'll do it, yeah. That's a well-defended turn. I don't even need to use the Lucky Tonic. Oh, and we got 2 Plasma Orbs from Chaos. That's huge. Is it huge? Actually, I'm about to spend all of them and not really get a benefit. I think I'm better served by just taking a small turn there and making sure that I'm consistently running away from this guy, because I've fallen at your feet too many times. I do not want to get swallowed. Welcome back, buddy. Did you enjoy dinner? I don't think I need the tonic. It'll be much better for something next floor. See, this is the thing. When we start drawing hands that are like, you know, the ice lance is not hidden correct, and then the soots are bad, it can get bad. I need to have already won the fight by then. Flat cannon. Exhaust all your status cards. Deal 8 damage to random enemy for each card exhausted. Now, maybe there's a good idea in taking that. Because it means that I can take Turbo Overclock very easily, and also it burns out our soot. I'll take, I don't make that many lightning orbs. Helix Drill, I wanted Helix Drill earlier, but since then I haven't got anything that makes our attacks better, and I've got a lot of things that make our orbs better. I don't think another expensive card like Voltaic is something I can afford. Flat Cannon for the clear. This is an odd one. It's a speculative Flat Cannon. Start of each combat, put a random power card into your hand. So either Defragment or Creative AI. So half of the time it gives me Creative AI. That's pretty cool. I'd like to get many events and not fight many elites, but it doesn't look like that's really an option. I can see how that turn could have been better defended. Oof. And again. Bad fight. I feel like another hotfix is still real good. Especially because the idea is to put more draw in this deck after this point. Compacts. That would have been a way to do it as well, I guess. Subroutine and Refract. Subroutine, eventually pretty good in this deck, but I don't want to risk it being the card that gets pulled into my opening from Jeweled. Refract? I mean, I am lacking AoE. I almost feel like Refract is kind of essential here. Also just generally performs well in the exact same type of deck that I'm trying to create, so feels even more appropriate that way. See, here's where the compiler driver comes into its own. It's hitting for buku damage all the time. And that'll do it. Oh. I don't think another hotfix is what I'm missing. Especially because I've got to fight the test subject and the queen, right? So queen's going to be locking half of my hand, so unimpactful cards that just have a low cost are not especially great there. And of course, the test subject's first phase will punish just having a stupid amount of those. Let's pass. Still thrilled about this, though. Touch of Insanity is definitely something that I should keep for the final boss fights. Saves so much energy putting that on something like Glacier or Refract and just being able to play, or Rainbow in fact, and just being able to play that as a zero cost in the final fight. I'm gonna pop the lucky buffer there. Very glad we managed to keep that from earlier. Oh my god, Skim and it's already upgraded is about as good as it gets. I think we're far too late to really get value out of membership card. I think just picking up a Master of Strategy, just throwing a free draw in our first cycle. Actually, Compile Driver is still a really good draw card in this deck as well. I'll take it. I got enough draw that I'll take Clumsy too. Every 3 turns, draw an additional card, says Pendulum. I'm going to cut out here and hit an early rest. Don't care for either of those potions though. I guess, like, Flat Cannon could do more damage. Unfortunately, I'm not fighting Witherbloom, so it's not, you know, a Witherbloom counter. And also, I haven't found many Overclock or statuses that I would otherwise take since then. So this is just, like, the third time I cycle through the deck I would play this just to clear out 3 soot. It's not good. You know what? I think that's a great argument to turn it into something else. Like a Sweeping Beam, a classically good card. Oh, good lot of damage on that turn 1. Oh, they don't miss you on turn 1 here. Love a little bit of chaos. I'll compile. I was really hoping to hit Zap there. I'll compile again. Then Focus Strike will use Zap to push the Plasma Orb forward. Dual cast it to gain 5 energy. I'm not anywhere near done. Let's get some more hotfixes out there. Another Chaos. Pile Driver for a couple cards. Maybe get a Rainbow involved. Who knows? I'm wild. That was a good turn. Iteration. Exactly the power we need. Granted, maybe not in this fight. Art of War, if you don't play any... Oh, I do think another Glacier... Ooh. Maybe now a Helix Drill. Oh, I could definitely see how Buffer could help us. I'm going to go super critical again. Now that I've got a lot more high cost cards and draw. Mm-hmm. See how I mean? Oh, there's our next super critical. Oh boy. The deck doesn't stop going. Creative AI. So I'll dual cast before skim, trying to get dual cast again. There you go. How did you feel about turn 3 there, enemy? Beautiful. Now, I'm not going to have a huge amount of HP going into these final fights. I don't think another Glacier is what I need here. I think we're probably done on adding cards to this deck. I think we're probably done on adding cards to this deck. But would you like to double the deck? No. Harsh downgrades, but I gotta rest. Take a power potion. The more defensive I can be on this first fight, the far better off we'll be. I'm gonna hit that Glacier with the Touch of Insanity and make it constantly playable. There's super critical again. It's dual casts. And we earned the right to play a creative AI. Oh, subroutine. Certainly one of the earlier powers you want to get from it. We'll Chaos before dual cast to get 22 damage out of that orb, then Zap before Ice Lance. Super critical and skim mean that pretty much even if I play only bad cards this turn, it's pretty hard to have a bad turn. Rainbow gives us 3 different types of orbs, so we can compile driver again. Sweeping Beam. Now 0 cost Glacier and then Cycle. I know the first turn from the enemy here is going to be quite annoying. Do I want to drop a Glacier to reflect that? I don't think so, actually. I'd like the additional energy from evoking the Plasma Orb next turn. And I've got the Ice Lance in hand. Yeah, because the Ice Lance had a really high cost, so there being a Plasma Orb makes it easier to play that. I just throw down Rainbow and Smokestack. Oh, right, of course. One more. Let's not draw anything just in case we get something I would care about. I don't think another creative AI is how this turn is meant to go for me. Let's compile driver first. I'm happy to see the Glacier at least. Focus Strike, Glacier, and Chaos. By the end there, pretty reasonable defense again. skim. Okay, good. Focus Strike, Ice Lance. It's a 0-cost Ice Lance, so it bounces back to hand thanks to Feral. And no, I was not expecting that. I definitely didn't think about the fact that that was going to happen, but I'm glad that it did. Compile driver into our new draw cycle. Place your zap gives us the energy to play sweeping beam. Tough. 4 HP. It can be done. It can definitely be done. We can get like pretty defensive early in the queen fight and then just dominate it. But boy. Hey, I gotta say, starting to see the value in that, that friggin' flat cannon that I destroyed. We didn't need that for anything, did we? I don't want to drop the power potion here because I am worried that next turn, or next fight, if I don't have the power potion, I'm going to really struggle, but... Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can get 6 damage out of playing the refract. Can I get anything to add damage to that? I think not. Yep, 4 there. Alright, I gotta use the power potion to clear the fight. Let's see. What if it was just the world's worst opening hand? We weren't even able to defend ourselves here. I mean, I'm not going to say it's especially far from that. We were able to defend ourselves, but it's not long-term survival prognosticated by a turn like that. We did get super critical on the first turn, so I don't think just hitting and hoping with skim here is a great idea, but I do think I probably have to do it. 7, 7, 4, 18. So I can get machine learning out and chaos. Because I need to be additionally prepared for this turn. Yeah, we've got the Art of War and the additional energy from Plasma. We've got a lot of draw on this end, a lot of energy to work with as well. That's good. Because the enemy's doing a lot too. Cards that I want to cycle, not possible. They either exhaust or they would cause the cycling of the deck by playing them in the first place. I do think Defragment's probably one of our most important. But I don't want to play out just in case Super Critical ends up being our most important. Drop Zap and then Skim. Back into Focus Strike. Okay, I'm starting to feel a little bit more like it could be relevant to have the Super Critical in hand. No, we're fine. Wait, no. No. We're fine? I definitely need... Place it down. We've got 12, 30, so 6 remaining needs to be defended. Yeah, super critical. Let's prioritize retaining defense as well here. Hey, Yui. Sniffing the microphone. Oh, that was a lick. Just in case you heard that. Mm-hmm. I'm starting to have more concerns about the speed of our ability to put out big damage. Mm-hmm. Especially after our energy is gone, we start to lag a lot because we don't have plasma consistency in the deck. Mm-hmm. I wanted to try and draw down into anything that was going to be able to make us faster, but we're just going to die here. I actively ended up taking a risk there rather than just playing out defense. Although I don't think just the Glacier would have done it. Maybe Glacier Chaos. But unfortunately, that only advances a defensive, like, not win con, our defensive play. It doesn't advance our offensive play. I was really hoping Creative AI would be the way that we scale out of control here, but certainly in this fight, giving us machine learning was nice, but Thunder, Trash to Treasure, irrelevant. We're only on turn 4 though, so having a little less fight elf lost in this previous fight, which again, more scaling I think would have helped with, so we could finish the third phase a lot faster than we did. Having that fight finish earlier would have given us a little bit more leeway to survive longer into this fight, and then possibly take out the boss. Alas. I'm not too mad about it. Again, more than happy to die at the second boss in A20. A10 rather. Again, I would prefer the Floor of the Architect, but I'll take there as a second. For the moment, though, my name's been Rhapsody. The name of the game has been Slay the Spire. Top left is my series playlist for all of my content on the game, past, present, future. YouTube recommendations are down below. Streaming past the names of the people so generously supporting the Republic on patreon.com/RhapsodyPlays. And a brother thank to, and a special thanks this episode to Lotta. Hopefully you all have been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully I'll see you next